No. Okay. So yeah, Super Saturday, get your tickets. It's going to be great. Carl's coming. Okay. I'm hosting with someone else, and so is Naomi, and it's going to be really like one of the best ones that you've been to. So make sure to come. Summit, if you don't already have your tickets and your room, get your tickets, and we'll figure out rooms within the team. There's definitely more than one person that hasn't figured it out yet. I know Lindsay, someone in your downline had a room at the Hyatt.
Yeah, we have space in our room, so if you guys will definitely just get your ticket and we'll figure out the room.
Yeah, and there's another room. I know Andrea had a room at the Hyatt that she wanted to like transfer to somebody.
Yes, we have it.
Yeah, so someone can get that room and share. So we'll figure it out. Hopefully she won't give up that room.
She's basically giving it to me, so I have control of that room.
Okay, great. So that is great. So make sure you get your ticket. Summit is like a really important decision for your business. Everyone should go there if this is a business that you're taking seriously. It is, first of all, we're going to have the best time ever. That's like a side note. It's so great to be together. We have so much fun. There's amazing parties and celebrations and just fun. There's recognition. That's great. The way that they, just the whole thing, watching people's transformations will bring you back to your why and how come you started. And you'll leave there like with a whole new excitement for your business. And most likely new program will come out while we're there that you'll get to test out live. And it's just the best experience ever for a coach. So make sure you're going. Super important. All right. I know Ivy has 900,000 calls. So I'm going to put her I'm going to make the view of her. Right now it's Lindsay. Lindsay, you're big. I don't know why. I just went speaker view and it just popped up with you. Okay, let me click. Why isn't it? Okay, Ivy, talk. Let me see if it goes to you.
Can you hear me?
I could hear you, but for some reason it's only showing me Lindsay really big. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Now it's you.
Maybe because she's been talking a lot.
Okay, so this is Ivy. She is currently ranked 12, right? Are you 12 right now? Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's currently ranked 12 in the company, which is insane. So if you ever listen to the National Wake Up Call, which I hope you do every week, you hear her name every week with like top recruiting, top volume, top everything, whatever. So you know her name, Ivy Morales, you've heard it. If you're tagged in those graphics a lot of the times from Team Eagle and even above Team Eagle, sometimes people are tagged in those ones from Jason Diebold. You'll see her name all the time as like top recruiter, etc. So she obviously is doing something right, which is why we asked her on our call to help all of us with some tips and tricks. Okay, someone's daughter woke up. Okay, so if you have questions, you can type them in because everyone's going to be muted. I should probably mute everybody now. And then let me mute everyone and then I'll just leave you. I'll unmute you, Ivy. Continue. And then let me find you and then I'll unmute. Okay, so everyone is going to be muted. If you have something that you want to say, you can just pop it in the question box thingy, type it in the chat, and we'll try and get to it. All right. Welcome.
Well, thank you for the invitation. And I want to ask this question because even though if you have heard my name or you see me here for the first time, I do want to share with you a little bit about myself so that you understand where I come from and why I do what I do now. But I would like to know who here is like a brand new coach, maybe a month, 6 months.
Raise your hand.
Yeah, raise your hand. Like, don't be shy. Be yourself with me because I will be myself here. And this is what has made me successful. Be you. So I see there's a lot of new coaches here, and even though those who have been here for a while, you're probably thinking, I hope that you invited your team here to be on this call, because one of the things that I tell my coaches is that this call, after you're here for like 2, 3, 6, 1 year, like 2, 3, 6 months to 1 year or more, this call is no longer for you. This call is for your coaches because they're the one who need to know what's new. They need to know what's going on, and you want them to hear stories or tips from other people, because sometimes, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but you just can't become a broken record for your own coaches and they don't listen to you. So it's always good to have them connected. So before I go into details of what I would like to share with you, and like you mentioned, Melissa, you hear my name or I'm on position 12 within the company, that's just escalations and the fruits of my labor. But that does not represent who I am. That's just extra because of the work ethic that I learned throughout the years. I've been a Team Beachbody coach for the past 5.5 years. And like many of you, probably you started just like me to lose weight because you want to look better, be healthy, and that's it. You didn't think about nobody else. Some people get started because they see the business opportunity. When I got started, I didn't have a coach. I had P90X in the closet, and I decided to do it. I was sick. I have a lot of health issues, and I was 20 pounds overweight. So I started working out, and little by little, I decided to use Facebook as my platform to share. I didn't know about a group. I didn't know about a coach. I just wanted to have some sort of accountability. I just wanted to tell the world that for the very first time, I was going to take control of myself, because I used to leave things halfway. And I found that if I tell the world that I was going to do this, maybe I will stick to it. Because people tend to tell you, yeah, whatever, you're going to do that. Let's see how long you're going to last. Or that is too hard for you to do it. But some people will tell you, go for it. You can do it. And that happened to me. So I am a military wife and I have 2 kids. And being a military wife, we always moving everywhere. And it's like you have no choice. Like it didn't matter what I wanted to do in the place or the city or the state that we were living. When it was time to go, it was time to go. So I always felt like I couldn't do something that would fulfill my purpose. And I don't want to get emotional here because I'm a crybaby sometimes. So I was like, when I'm going to be able to do something for me? And honestly, I found that workout, that it was something that I was finally doing and commit to it. And I did it. And then after I was done with P90X, I found who is my sponsoring coach. We used to go to church together in New York, and I saw her transformation picture. I hope that you are sharing your transformation picture, because I saw her transformation picture. And guess what? When people started asking me about how I lost weight, and they want me to help them, I didn't know how to do it. But my husband kind of found out, and he kind of knew about it, but he never said anything about it to me. I remember about that transformation picture. And we went to teambeachbody.com to look her up. And we became coaches. I am not a coach that was recruited by anybody. I am a coach who decided to become a coach because I felt compelled, and I felt that that was part of my calling to help other people. And if I did it, I can help them do it. And then I found out that you can get paid. I'm like, okay, I will do this until I die. When I saw my 3rd check that came in the mail, and I was not working at that time, I was like, I'm going to get paid just to help people and tell people what to do. And I'm going to do this until I die. That's what I told my husband. And then from there on, we just kept on going, and the excitement and the changes and the transformation. And I said, you know what? I don't want to look back. I don't want to gain weight. So I'm going to continue doing this. So it started as a little hobby. It started for me, then as a little hobby. And just to go fast forward, 4 years in this business, when we were able to build our business to 2-star diamond, by the beginning of the following year, we lost the organization. People stopped working. Gossipy started to happening, blaming other. My lack of leadership was not there. I didn't have no personal development. I was a mess because I was at the very beginning. Then I continued to work, and we said, let's rebuild this thing again. And we did it. So we reached 3-star diamond, and guess what happened? Again, we lost the organization completely. And when I tell you we lost the organization, is that people stopped working. They don't want to continue helping others because of team issues, people issues, lack of getting to know people's personality, all of that. It's basically it was lack of personal development. So for the third time, here we are doing it again. And we were able to bring it back up, and we were doing pretty good with the business, but the same thing happened. And we lost the business. We lost the team. We lost everything. And at that moment, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to get serious right now. One thing that I tell people, anywhere you go, that you're able to lend your ear to somebody that can possibly teach you something, I always encourage to have paper and a pencil, because we can only retain 10% of the whatever information that you're receiving in our brain. And out of that 10%, very little you will remember later on to apply that into your life. So as a leader, as a coach, I'm always recommending you need to write down whatever that compels to you, whatever that you identify, you need to write it down, because that is the one thing that you have to start working in yourself. So the end of 2015, the business went down. And at that moment, we just transitioned in July 2015 from Virginia Beach to Florida. And the transition, a house in Virginia, we were living here, and the business was not working for us. People weren't working. It was just like a mess. And I felt so discouraged that I told my husband, I said, I do not want to do this business anymore. I don't want to deal with people. I really don't want to do this. And that was October 2015. And between that time to the end of that year, we were in the worst financial situation, because we had a mortgage in Virginia Beach. We had a rent here to pay when we were living in the apartment. We had $37,000 in credit card debt, a car loan. We had everything against us, and one income coming to our house. And we had to make a decision. And I told my husband, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go, and I'm just going to work for Walmart. I'm going to go part-time and work for Walmart while the kids go to school. But I'm going to tell you this, during that time, I was crying, I was praying. I had to go through a process of pain, restoration, forgiveness. I had to forgive the people who hurt me. I have to forgive the people that I hurt. I have to get myself straight and become the woman that I wanted to become in order to attract those women that I wanted to work with if I was going to continue in this business. We always talk about a why. You have to have a why. And my why was, we either will file bankruptcy or make this work. And I looked at my kids and I said, I got to give them a better future. I don't want to go and work for nobody else. After I left my job, like I was already 3 years out of my 7 year, my job that I used to work at a bank for 7 years. And I left my job to do this full time. And my husband told me, are you crazy? Are you going to go and build somebody else's dream? Deal with people that have no personal development, who don't have dreams? And I had to make a decision right there. And what we decided to do, it was to go to work, use what we had already, the knowledge that we had with Beachbody, and share. I'm going to tell you this, it was not a comfortable decision for me, because I didn't want to do it, because I was coming from being hurt from people. And I had to let go, and I had to allow God to work in myself in a mighty way. And I'm going to tell you this, when I decided to leave everything behind, and I told God, I said, if this is for me, I want you to connect me with the right people. And I want you to tell me exactly what to do. And I told, and he said, he spoke to my heart, and he said, you're going to get up and you're going to go live. Who knows about Facebook Live? Do you do it? Do you do that? Yes. He said, you're going to go live and you're going to share your testimony. You're going to come to people, you're going to speak to their heart, because that's where they're hurting right now. They want to get fit, they want to eat healthy, they want to have a business, but their heart is not there where it needs to be. So I started sharing, and I said, I don't know, well, what am I supposed to share? Well, you have fitness and nutrition, 2 things that you can use. So I started sharing my testimony. I started sharing my struggles. A lot of times we're very good hiding behind a selfie. We're very good hiding behind our kids. We're very good hiding behind our husband. We're very good hiding behind everything, but not confronting our issues and not confronting our problems. And that was me. So I had to confront myself and be honest with myself and go to work. And I started sharing, what was happening. And at the same time, I started sharing recipes that I just came up with in my house. I started connecting with people, the people who used to connect, the people who connect on my Facebook Live, acknowledging them. Hi, Anna, how are you? Thank you for being here. You know, like, thank you for following me. Like, I just started making friendships with these people that I didn't know, and new people were coming not because I was sharing them about a nutrition tip or the fitness or the business opportunity. It was because they were connecting to my struggles. They connected to my personal issues. They connected to what I was going through, because they were looking for somebody who could understand them and help them, and at the same time provide them and connect them with the tools that we have, which is health and fitness, and also the business side. So I started just sharing and sharing my story, little pieces by pieces. Every single day I set up a time and I say, I'm going to go live. I was going live at 12. I was like, okay, there's not many people. Then at 5 o'clock, I won't, like, people get off from work at 5 o'clock. So I'm just going to go live, and I'm just going to be myself and be like, hey, here's your coach, Ivy Morales. Here I am again with a recipe. That's it, being me. And there were times, because of the situation that we were going through, that I remember I used to go on my knees in my kitchen and cry out to God and say, how are we going to make this happen? We got to pay that mortgage. We got to pay this credit card. We got to pay this rent. How are we going to make it happen? What are we going to do? And I used to cry for hours. And I remember that I used to get up, clear my tears, wash my face, put some makeup on, and go live. And you're probably going to say, well, Ivy, but I can go live and I can do that. Anybody can do that. But are you connecting to your audience? And the reason why Melissa shared with you, you can hear that I'm making Success Club and volume and all that, is because of the 5 tips that I'm going to share with you that I have done in my business that I continue to do now. That has helped me to bring new people to my team, that has helped me to recruit new people every single day, that has helped me to hit Success Club 100, 150, 170. And listen, there's some people that they say, that's too many people. I can't help too many people at the same time. You're not going to help many people at the same time, because if your personal development is not there and you're not ready to be able to guide so many people, you will only bring the amount of people that represent who you are and that have the same mentality that you, and you only will be able to bring, if it's 5 or 10, if that's your goal, is because your personal development, it will take you to that level. So I had to grow little by little. And as I continue to share and inviting, doing a call to action, every time I used to invite, every time I used to share my story, used to share recipe, used to do and I do it anyway every single day, I do a call to action. So I'm going to give you, and I'm going to share with you my 5 tips on recruiting on social media, if you do that, because I can only talk to you about social media because that's how I've been able to build our business. And that's how I've been able to connect with people. First of all, you have to be you, 100% you. It doesn't matter what the other coach is doing. It doesn't matter what even Melissa is doing, because you are your own brand. You have your own personality. She's there to guide you. Your leaders are there to guide you, to give you instruction, but then you have to find who you are so that you can implement the tools that you have and make it work for you. And that's what makes you unique. And when people look up to you and look for you, they look for you for one thing that represents who you are. So number one, first of all, you have to clean up your image you put out there on your wall. You have to clean up your image. If there is drama, issues, complaint, that's the type of people you're going to attract. You have to be very clear who you represent, and you represent you. So you have to go back to your wall and find out, let me see, what did I talk about in my last 5 posts? Are there engaging posts? Are there motivating posts? Do they have any call to action? Am I asking questions, open-ended questions that people get to feel the call or compel, or they want to share what I'm asking, so that I can have a conversation with them online and that they can feel like I'm connecting with them? If your wall is, if the image that you put on your wall on your Facebook is not motivating, it's not inspiring, trust me, you're only going to call people with issues. And like I always say, I'm not a psychologist, so there's no way that I can help people to come out of where they are. It is no way. I can only do what I can with what I have. So I make sure that I'm always putting positive vibe, messages, inspiring people, being straightforward with people, because sometimes they do need that so they can shake it off. Number 2, you have to identify what your values and interests are about. What are your values? Your beliefs? What's important to you? What are your interests? Like, what do you like to do? I heard one of your coaches, she said that she has, what do you have in the backyard? What do you say? You mentioned your goats. Yeah. You know, people see that. And she could, I mean, I'd be like making live video and having them behind, because that represents you, that you like that. So you're surrounding what's behind you, what you do is part of the things that interest you. So you're going to attract those people that like the same thing that you like, and they feel like, oh, I can connect with her because she likes goats. I like goats too. So we can have a common conversation and we can connect. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for things, what interests you. You want to show people how maybe the background of your house when you're doing a live video or when you go out, because that's the way you want people to see you, and you only calling out, doing a call to action to those people who can align with your vision and the things that you like. And your values. Don't settle for less. I know you want to make Success Club, but please don't bring anybody to your business just because you want to make a number. You can do that. You have to, I don't know how to say that, but bring up your standards and believe who you are and put that out there and be very, very clear and be aggressive. People are going to judge you, but you're not looking for those people. You're looking for people who will value you and your belief and your vision and your mission. Number 3, talk to your following as if she or he is your best friend. When I go on Facebook, I'm like, well, I do that in Spanish, of course. And I cannot do it here, but I go and I go, you, hey, I call them you, not hey y'all or everybody, but I refer to that person, you. I'm talking to Melissa, you gotta do this. You gotta using you all the time. Like I'm talking to my friend, hey Melissa, thank you for being on my live video. I see you all the time. Are you applying what I'm sharing? Do you check the recipe that I shared yesterday, or the tip that I shared yesterday? Go back and do it. If you know a friend who wants to transform their life and they need that, share that away. Everything that I do here is for you and your friends, and they feel value and important because you acknowledging them. So maybe right now you don't have a big team or you're just getting started. Just start that way. Just make a friendship. Like just make a friend. Thank you for being here. Hey, hi, how are you? I see you here all the time. Or, they comment. They will put hello, hi, hola. And just make sure that you say hi back to them. And that's the way, when I started like doing my videos, that's the way I started connecting with people, because they felt like I heard them. Like, oh, she read my comment. And she responding to me. And they will come back for more. Why? Because they know that you already know who they are, because you call them by their name. And number 4, initiate interaction by complimenting and commenting on their posts. I find new people like that through my page. Like, for an example, if someone leave a comment, even if you're doing Facebook Live or a post, take the time to go back and start talking. Especially if you're a brand new coach, don't be afraid. They left a comment, hey, thank you. And just try to go back and forth, open-ended questions, and make that thread long. 80, 100 comments there. You want that, because people that follows you, they'll be like, oh, she really talking to people. Oh, let me ask a question, because she responds. And that's what they look for. Just don't leave it like that. You want to make sure that you're responding back to every comment, especially if you are a brand new coach. Start building trust so they can come back and they can be so open to join your group, to join your challenge group, to join your team. And then, and again, like I mentioned, go live every single day. You got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive. And then again, this is, believe it or not, this is how I recruit people. You see how simple it is? I'm not selling anything. I'm sharing and I'm giving. I'm sharing my story. I'm giving call to action. And then go live. Take a time, like set a time aside on your calendar and say, okay, at this time, every single day, I'm going to go live at least for 5 minutes with something that may help somebody, or based on the conversations that you're having with people through private messages, and any objection or excuses, then come up with something to help those people to overcome their excuses by teaching them and showing them how to do something, how to overcome that. You're giving them value. So when you give people value, expecting nothing in return, they will always come back to you. They will always come back to you. You always will have intentions of doing a call to action. And the call to action, I'm going to give you this example. That's when the recruiting part comes. And it's the invitation, which can help you eventually make Success Club. So what I do at the end or in the middle of every video, I tell them, I'm always inviting you to come and join my team. I always call my team, and I will tell you why in a little bit. I always do a call to action. If you're looking to change, to start losing weight, send me a message to join my team. Maybe this may be something for you to help you lose weight, and maybe to help you help other people. You never know. Just send me a private message and let's talk about it. And at the end, I mention that again. don't forget to send me a message. Let's talk about your fitness goal, and let's see how I can help you to get you started right. If this is something that you identify, this is something that you can do. I'm not sure if you qualify yet. However, send me a message. Who knows if I can help you? You're giving yourself value after giving them value. So they know that you're not desperate to have them to join your team. And you could be a brand new coach and you can still use that because you do want to start your business like that. You want to give value to what you do, and you also want to provide value so that they can start implementing the tips of health and fitness so that they can say, you know what? Jill, she was sharing her breakfast, how she made it, and I never used to eat breakfast. But I've been seeing every morning when she shared her tips about making her breakfast, and I have lost 5 pounds. What do you think she's going to do in due time when you do that call to action? She's going to think about Jill, and she's going to come back to you. I have people on my Facebook that because I share so much content, information, tips, recipe, like I just make it up at home, like do this like this. This is how you do it. How-to videos. They lose 10, 15, 20 pounds. And after following me for 1 year, 6 months, 2 months, they join. And they tell me, I've been following you for 2 months. Or I just find you and you were the answer to my prayer or my question or whatever. Because you give them value. And I always tell them, I am not sure if you will qualify, but go ahead and send me a message anyway. And that there is going to help you to bring them to where you want them to be, which is your inbox, or even making a phone call or a 3-way call with your team leader so they can help you close that sale and recruit that person. I don't call it recruiting. I just join my team, be part of my warriors. That's how I call them. And then that's going to help you to attract more people, to get more messages, to have those conversations, because you do want to you want to move them from your Facebook. If you use your email, then use your email. If that's how you do it. Or your inbox, you want to move them from commenting on your wall or your pictures or your live videos to your inbox. Because there you're going to get to know that person even more. And follow the invitation steps that we have in the back office or whatever you guys use. And here's the thing. I'm going to give you this other tip. And this is what I do personally. I show and I share the business opportunity to everybody. Every single person. Everybody. I don't care their color. I don't care the background. I don't care their nationality. I don't care if they're 50 years old. I don't care if they're 20. Well, I don't deal with 20 people, but 35 and up. Yeah, you need to know who you're dealing with, because I don't want kids in my team. I don't want to deal with that. But I show them the business opportunity. Everybody. And I tell them, once they see everything and they're ready to get started, I tell them, I am going to give you the opportunity. Listen, the language that I'm using. I am going to give you the opportunity to be part of my team and be able to get the same benefits that I receive as a coach. I am going to give you the opportunity to be part of my team so you can receive the same benefits that I receive as a coach. So, Abby, what is your benefit? Well, you like discount? You get a discount. So you will become a consumer. You will be a coach who's going to consume Shakeology at the beginning while you work in your transformation at a lower price. Okay. We do it. I want to say 90% of the people,
Wow.
because I'm sharing the opportunity on those steps.
Wow, that's a lot.
Praise God for that. So, will everybody work the business? Not necessarily,
Of course not.
but it gives me the opportunity to go, now that they're in, to go and give them more value, what they can do with the business opportunity as they start changing their life and the transformation and having the experience of working out and drinking Shakeology. And then I tell them, this is what you have on your hands. This is what you can do, and you can start training yourself so that you know how to help other people. So there is a process to build trust, to connect, to do a call to action, to bring them into your inbox, to start having that conversation with them, doing those steps, and also sharing that business opportunity at the end. If people are not ready, they don't want it, I don't force people. Okay, no problem. You will come in as a regular client. And I tell them you do have 30 days if you decide to continue with the team or doing, the challenge or whatever. And that's what I do. Just keep it very simple. I keep it very simple. And simplicity is the key to your success. There's no secret to this. You just need to do your personal development. I'm reading this book, but they have it in English, but I don't know the translation here. But it's a John Maxwell book, and it talks about leadership. It's very little. And it talks about leadership. And this book here, you can find it. He has it the same way like that in green, but I don't have it in English. He talks about how you have to learn how to lead yourself first before you start leading others. And if that's an area that you have to work on, then you have to work on that so that you can start being attractive to other people. And that was an area that I needed to work badly because I didn't have no leadership at all. And that's the reason why I wanted to give up. And yeah, you found it?
I don't know if this is a 21 indispensable qualities of a leader or no.
No.
No. Okay, I'm gonna look for more green.
It is. I don't have it, but it is in English.
Okay, I'll find it.
It talks about leadership. So I don't know if you have any questions. I could stay here for a very long time, but I don't want to do that. When it comes to convert your clients to coaches, it's very easy. You're probably going to say, yeah, that's because you do it. No, it's easy. And I'll tell you what I do. Maybe you want to do that. No, I'll find out, Melissa, and I'll send you the name.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was my business coach who...
The Maxwell Leadership Bible. Would that be it? Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. All right, find out. Let me know.
I'll find out. Babe, let me see if my husband can find out.
Winning with people, maybe? Winning with people?
No. No.
Oh, I see that on what successful people
There you go.
know about leadership.
There you go.
What successful people know about leadership. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Excellent book.
Okay. Yeah, it looks exactly like that's it. Yeah.
No, I got it. And I have my team, we're reading this book.
I'm gonna
because they need to know about leadership. And leadership is not telling some other people what to do, because that is being a manager, a boss. And when we're, let me tell you something. We're not even our own boss. You know why? Once you are your own employee. Second of all, you know who your bosses are? Your clients. Because when they need something and they request something and they want something, so you could continue to help them, They're demanding from you help. So guess what? You have to go to work to provide that to that client, to that valuable client. If you're somebody that doesn't appreciate, that's a different story. But your clients, your coaches also too, those who deserve your time. But your challengers, they are your bosses. When they need something, hey, you're there to help them. So you will find a way to help them. So what I do in my challenge group, I decided to provide a better service to them and to keep them engaged and to keep that authorship going on too, so that they don't disconnect from their Shakeology. I decided, me personally, that I was gonna start to do a call just like this, one day of the week. We talk about life. We talk about nutrition. We talk about how they can use their Beachbody On Demand. The other tools are there that they can use it every single time they need it, so that they become more independent, not asking me all the questions all the time, because they can find the answer there, so that they can also find value using All Access, Beachbody On Demand. I talk about spiritual life as well, so that they can feel strong and they can continue doing what they're doing. And I also let them talk. I want to hear them out. And I want to be able to listen to what they're saying, so that the other ladies in the challenge group can connect with them. And the story of one connect with the other one. And it's a beautiful thing what happens. So they feel that you are going above and beyond. And I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm telling you it is something that adds more value to them, because at the end of that Zoom call, there is a call to action.
To join the team?
To start helping. If you know somebody if you're ready to start working the business, because they're already coaches, a lot of them. If you're ready to start the business, or if you are not yet a coach, you still have those first 30 days that you can become a coach, and you can receive the reimbursement for the fee that you pay, and you can start helping other people to cover your Shakeology. I do a call to action. Even though people come in as coaches, they're still clients to me, because they're just getting a discount for now. So I treat them as clients, and I still do the same call to action. I'm starting this new training, this next 30-day training, to help you how to help others. And I connect them to our system, and I tell them the steps that they got to follow. And they doing it little by little. Like I go to the back office, I'm like, oh, somebody helped somebody. How did that happen? And it's because of those calls that I'm making. Because it's like my husband said, you go and fish. You bring the fish to your pond. Now they are in it, having the experience of the Beachbody Challenge. Now you go in there and you go and find those big fishes and bring them out. Those are going to be your future team players. Mm-hmm. And I talk about the business, and if I have anybody there that is helping somebody, I allow them to share their story, and if they're getting paid, how much money they're getting paid, so they can recruit each other. Like, okay, she's saying that, so maybe I can do that, so I don't have to be doing the selling all the time.
Awesome. Anybody have any questions? That was really, really great. I like just listening to, I realized so many things that I'm not doing. That I go live a lot. I don't go live every day. I do not ever talk, which makes no sense. I don't know why I don't do that, about like my challenge groups. Why don't I do that? Like I literally will do like 40 recipes and never say anything about a challenge group. Except maybe like, hey, I share these recipes in my challenge group. Like that's it. I never say like, hey, if you guys are liking these recipes and you want more and like to live this lifestyle, send me a message and we can chat about seeing if it's a good fit for you to join the team. Like I never have said that once in all the videos I've done, which is crazy.
That calls a call to action, and that I learned that with Charlene Johnson when we invested in Market Impact Academy. She
Right.
talks about that a lot because she said you got to do a call to action, and I had to get used to that and like put a piece of paper next to my wall so that I can remember, because I was forgetting all the time until I got used to doing a call to action, and I can stop.
Sense. Like you're having these conversations when they're in your kitchen with you, you're doing all these things, and yet you never even mention like what you're really like, what your services are. It's like silly.
Yeah, people always stay there like, what's next?
Right.
Show me what do you use and how to do it. Even though they don't tell you anything, they are waiting
Right.
for that one thing that's going to make them.
That I'm going to start literally tomorrow, and I'm going to try and do live every day for sure. I feel like there was a ton of really, really good information. So that was awesome. Thank you so much.
That's good.
Does anybody else have a question before she goes, like a specific question? You can, someone has their hand raised. Type your question in the, everyone's saying thank you, thank you. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
So the book is called What Successful People Know About Leadership. Just so you guys know, it's John C. Maxwell. I could post it. I'll post it with this. When I post this recording, I will also post that. I also wrote down everything she said. I hope you guys did too, but I did. So I have all of the points written down. All of them are like definitely things that everybody should be working on for sure. Nobody has a question. Last chance for questions. No one? No one? No
That's
one?
fine.
All right. Wow. I'm
Very
surprised.
good.
Thank you,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Thanking you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. That was such a great, thank you for taking time. I know you have a lot of stuff happening all the time.
Yeah,
So
no
we
problem.
really appreciate it.
You're
Hope you get to
welcome.
top 10 this year.
Yes, that's where we have our eyes.
Yes. You're so close. You'll get there. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Really.
Thank you for having me. And one last thing, I really want to encourage everyone that connect to who you are. Find your gift and talents. Allow God to work in yourself and allow Him to give you the strategies that you need to be successful. Because sometimes you are everywhere looking for an answer, and the answer is within you. You just have to activate it and take action. And don't be looking what other coaches are doing. Focus on what you can do and how you can impact so many people who are waiting to connect with you.
Let's see.
And I close with that.
Let's take a picture. Don't go. Everybody has to smile. You don't have to smile. You can do whatever you want to be seen doing. Whatever it is you want to be seen. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much. Seriously, that was so
You're welcome.
and recording. Have such a
Awesome.
good night. We really appreciate it. Everyone's thanking you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. You have a good night, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you for
you
having
too.
me.